Welcome back to Hospitality Pension. It has been such an insightful journey. In our previous episode, we've touched on the overview of the 3 pension schemes we have in Ghana, which is the Tier 1, Tier 2, and then the Tier 3. We've delved deeper into SSNIT, which is Tier 1, and some challenges. In this episode, we will talk about the initiatives and some advices that SSNIT and NPRA have for bar and then restaurant attendants. So stay tuned. Let's get right into this. I have with me Mr. Frank Anderson from NPRA and Miss Joyce Ejay from SSNIT. You are welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
To begin with, can you share current data on how many restaurants and bar attendants are registered on Tier 1 SSNIT?
Okay, with that, we will not be able to provide the data for the number because we have a lot of establishments, and some of the establishments, they will not indicate for you to know that this is a bar or a restaurant. Let's say I could have a restaurant by name, Joyce's Restaurant. I can also have a restaurant by name, Joyce's Dishes, or Joyce's Bazaar, or Joyce's any name at all. So some of the names you won't be able to know exactly what they are into. You get it? So with that, I think our data officers, they will be in the best position to help you with the data. For us, we can speak on some of the things because we are the public education team. We go out to educate our members on the SSNIT scheme.
Okay, thank you so much. So are there some common challenges or barriers that restaurants and then bar attendants faces when trying to enroll on the Tier 1 scheme?
Okay, with the challenges, we would say most of them do not have a fair idea about what SSNIT is. And some of them too, since the employer knows that he or she is supposed to pay that 13% from his own coffers for them, most of them refuse to make the contribution. And they go by deceiving them that when you put your money in SSNIT, you won't get anything beneficial. You get it. But we also have 5 benefits that each member starts to gain. We have the old age pension. That is what everybody knows, that when you retire, SSNIT will take care of you. We also have the invalidity pension. This is when you are invalid, you are permanently disabled, and you cannot go to work. You cannot do anything for yourself. You get it. You cannot do anything at all for yourself. So far as you have 12 months contribution, the last 36 months, that's in the last 3 years, if you've been able to make this 12 months contribution, you stand to enjoy pension. We don't take age into account because pension, you can start contributing on the scheme from age 15. Currently, our youngest invalid pensioner is 31 years and has been on the payroll for 5 months. You get it? So if you are able to let them know that these are some of the benefits, you also have the survivors benefits. In case you are no more, usually when you are registering, we have a place that we ask you to input your beneficiaries, the list of people, in case you should be called into eternity and you are no longer there, they will benefit. They will take charge of your benefits. Yes, we also have the old age lump sum. That is when if you are not able to meet minimum contribution, you stand to get that lump sum. We'll pay you one time. With those people, they don't benefit from the monthly pension. Theirs is a one-time payment, which is the lump sum. We pay them in lump. You get it. And then we also have the emigration lump sum. Those who are non-Ghanaians and then they are traveling outside the country and they have no intention of coming back. You get it. Yes, so usually we advise that the employer should educate them. But as you individual or a member, since you are just to pay 5.5% of your basic salary and the employer is supposed to pay 13%, like I mentioned earlier, usually they discourage them from contributing onto the scheme. And that is one of our challenges. that we face with those people. I don't know if my colleague can also contribute to what I've said so far.
Okay, so with that, I would say that one of the challenges is that, like she said, they do not understand what the benefits that come with being on the scheme, so they tend to treat it like vaguely. But when you take SSNIT into consideration, we have a lot of benefits that even some of our members do not know we have. Like she said, we have the immigration benefits, we have the survivor's lump sum, we have old age pension, we have old age lump sum, and then we have the, another benefit. So it becomes difficult for our members to get onto, to understand, the benefits they stand to gain. That is why we at the Public Education Unit take it upon ourselves to educate the public so that they get to know the details or the benefits that come with being members of the scheme.
Okay, thank you very much. So moving on, according to our findings on the field, some people are enrolled or they are being paid from the very first time they start working, but their SSNIT are not being paid to them. It is later on, let's say 6 months later, which they call the probation months, and then after that, that is when their SSNIT is being paid to them. Is that how it's supposed to be, or should SSNIT be paid from the very first beginning when you start working?
Okay, SSNIT is supposed to be paid to them the very first time you started working. SSNIT is paid on income. So far as they are receiving an income, it should start with immediate effect. The very first time they are, whether you're a contract staff, whether contract staff or casual staff, you are receiving an income, or permanent staff, you are receiving an income. So far as in the course of the probation, they are receiving an income, they are supposed to pay their contributions for them.
Okay, since they are supposed to pay their contributions for them, what in the case where people are receiving low incomes, let's say 600 cedis as their basic income, and they have to pay 5.5% out of it. I mean, some people feel somehow, because how much am I even earning, and then it has to take me through the month and I'm paying 5.5% out of it. How should they go about this?
Okay, SSNIT actually, it's the minimum contribution you can make is that is, we use like I mentioned earlier, we use the minimum wage that is being declared by government, by government. We use the minimum. So if the minimum wage, I think after calculating it, you are around 80 something, almost getting to 100 cedis. If these people are paying their contribution, they are paying 5.5 on it, why can't someone who is earning 600 Ghana cedis pay 5.5 on his or her income? I mean, it's for your own benefits. Now, we have our data for those who are earning. They have told SSNIT, this is how much I earned, 500 Ghana cedis or less. With this, people at the end of the month, only 55 cedis come to SSNIT. Should they go on retirement now, we will start paying them 300 Ghana cedis. And this 300 Ghana cedis is not going to be just like that. Every year, it will be increased. We have something we call indexation. Last year, we increased pension by 15%. This year, it was increased by 12%. We usually look at the inflation rate. Yes, that is what we use in determining the percentage we have to increase our pension for our members. You get it? So if you are earning 600 Ghana cedis, I don't think it should be a problem. You should also think about it. Should I retire today? Where am I going to get something from? You get it? So SSNIT is being paid to replace parts of your lost income.
That was an eye-opening conversation with Ms. Joyce and Mr. Ajay. Its role and the challenges it faces. Understanding this reality helps us advocate for better pension policies. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and share with someone who needs to hear this. On Twitter, @Hospitality Pension. Thank you for tuning in, and see you in the next episode.